been a journey. I mean, NCUK, basically before coming to Cameroon, had other spaces where they were making a great deal of influence. But there was one person who made a magical contact with NCUK, and that has been the journey that we've been on so far. I now want to invite AECO, and the CEO of AECO, 𝗡𝗖𝗐𝗵𝗲𝗿𝘀𝗵𝗵𝗂𝗧, who is going to retrace for us maybe the story of how this all came about, and really just briefly encourage the partners in this initiative. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. His Excellency, the High Commissioner, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. Thank you so much, Michael and Betsy, for making this happen. I think just about 2 weeks ago, we got into contact through NCUK, and we actually felt like this was necessary for us to make this come to light. I've been in the education industry, as you as I am, for the last 13 years. Most of our work has been towards international education. And once I began my journey, one thing stood out. There is education and there is quality education. And if we are discussing here today, if we are all seated here today, it's because we want to discuss quality education. We want to build quality education in Cameroon. June last year, I had the opportunity to meet with Andrew at the ISEP event, where we have the opportunities to meet institutions from around the globe to network and then try to see how we can facilitate partnerships. And Andrew was one of the last persons that I met on the final day of the event. And when I met Andrew and he told me about the NCUK program, I asked him, how many Cameroonians have you talked to? He said, I've talked to a few and they are not interested. I said, wow. Design an international pathway program, which I tried to pilot with 𝗟𝗏 for 2 years, and we were able to progress in a number of states. That just goes to tell you that this is not a journey that started today or last year. It's been work that we've been doing because we understand the importance of international education. Now, when people travel, you learn a lot. And we understand that we have countries like the UK, the US, Canada, and the rest who are really standing out. And when you talk about quality education in the world, the first country that comes to mind, everybody's mind is the UK. And I told Andrew, I think I have gone through your website and I realized you don't have any center in Francophone Africa. Unfortunately, Cameroon for any center does that. Francophone Africa, but we are a bilingual country. And I told him, why don't you have centers in Francophone Africa? He said they haven't had interest from this region and don't think there is business in this region. It's interesting. I'm going to tell you a story and I'm going to invite you to Cameroon in 2 months. We're going to visit some interesting universities. And when you go back to the UK, we're going to see what's going to happen. I had a conversation with Andrew, and Andrew told me this is a match made from heaven. He told me he's gone, he closed his bags and said, hey, well, I'm calling you in 2 days. 2 days we had a meeting and everything blew off. In November, he was in Cameroon, he visited 𝗟𝗏, visited Kelvin, and a good number of other institutions, and then Kelvin and 𝗟𝗏 stood out. And we decided to progress with the partnerships. And this is very exciting for us. To the Kelvin team, the 𝗟𝗏 team, one thing I want to tell you guys is that we are celebrating this today, but the real work at least starts from today. What has happened before has been a joke, actually. And we need to have time to actually be able to present his team. I think it's time for you to fasten your belt because the standards are there. There is education in Cameroon. Partnerships like these are not just geared towards sending people abroad, but the idea is to enable some of the cross-pollination. Now, we want to do everything to try to see how to improve the standard of education in Cameroon. And we believe partnerships like these will go a long way to not only affect these international programs, but also have an effect on the national programs that are being run. And that's the objective that we all want to be able to achieve. I wish to thank you all for your time. And I'm really excited for all those who have been here today. And this actually comes at the back end of the UK Cameroon Trade and Investment Mission that ended yesterday. And if we are looking at getting UK companies, investors to come and invest in Cameroon, we need a powerful human capital to be able to support these companies. And this can only come through quality education. So I'm calling on all of you to join forces. Let's work together and try to see how to prepare our millennials for them to be able to drive our industries forward. Thank you all, and I'm happy to have you.